So we have 360,000 kronas per kilo for a bar of pure gold. Okay? And then we've got a question, 3 questions. What is the cost of half a kilo? What's the cost of 0.04 kilo? And what's the cost of 3 grams? So if we were going to look at the cost of 1 kilo, would be really easy, wouldn't it? So if they'd asked us for what 1 kilo of gold would cost, we know that it would cost 360,000 kronas, because it costs 360,000 kronas per kilo. So if we were going to work out what half a kilo would cost, we just have to think, how have we gone from 1 kilo to half a kilo? We've multiplied by a half. So the cost of half a kilo would be exactly the same thing. If we multiply this side of the equation by a half, we'd multiply this side of the equation by a half. So we would get the answer 3,600 divided by 2. 2's into 3 1 time, 1 left over. 2's into 16 8 times. And then we'd have all the other remaining zeros. So we'd get that the cost of half a kilo was 180,000 kronas. So that's the answer quite easily to A. Then we've got another part of the question. Next part of the question was, what is 0.04 of a kilo? Well, we don't have 1 kilo anymore. We have now 0.04 kilograms. And the first thing we'd ask ourselves is, how can we go from 1 to 0.04 using multiply or divide? Well, we times 1 by 0.04. That will give us 0.04 as our answer. If we multiplied this side of the equation by 0.04, we do exactly the same thing to this side. So we know that the cost of this amount of gold would be 360,000 times 0.04. There's an easier way of doing that. If we multiply this one by 100, move the decimal point 2 places to the right here, we would get times 4 down at the bottom. Because we've moved 2 places to the right here, we have to move 2 places to the left here. So this is exactly the same as 3,600 times 4 instead. Do you get what I'm doing? I'm sort of dividing this one by 100 and multiplying this one by 100, just to make it a little bit quicker. Because it's a lot easier to multiply 3,600 by 4 and get rid of the decimals. So we get 36 doubled would be 72, 72 doubled would be 144. 144 would be 36 times 4, and then we've got our 2 zeros. So 14,400 kronas for 0.04 kilograms, which is the same as 40 grams of gold. Okay? So different ways of doing that, but that's basically. Then the next question, and here they're testing, so they're taking you step by step through this. They're going from 1 kilo to half a kilo, they're going from half a kilo to 0.40 of a kilo. Then they're saying, okay, how are you going to do this then? You're going to go from 1 kilo to 3 grams. And here you've got different units, so you can't do it. You have to convert grams into what that would be as kilos. And we know to change from grams to kilos, we divide by 1,000, which would give us 0.003 kilos. So if we're going to be able to even look at this section C, we have to convert it to the same units. Now we can say, how do we go from 1 kilo to 0.00? We multiply by 0.003. And now we can work out the cost of that, because we take 360,000 and multiply by 0.003. We can do the same thing here. We made this decimal point, we move it 3 places to the right. It's the same as multiply by 3 instead. We move 3 places to the right here, so we move 3 places to the left here. We get 360 times 3. Which is nice and easy to do. 3 zeros are 0. 3 6s are 18. 3 3s are 9, plus 1 is 10. 1,080 kronas for 0.003. Okay? And that's how we do that question.